Hey everybody. This morning I woke up and I was like, I need to record a video about the father wound today. And I'm not really sure why this popped up in my mind when I woke up, but I was like, it's a beautiful topic and I know a lot of people are reading about it, learning about it, are experiencing something that looks like a father wound, are healing from grief, pain, anger, suppressed emotions, hurt that they have because they have a father wound. And I was like, let me talk about it because I haven't really talked about the father wound that much. Probably if you watch this video, you already know what a father wound is, right? You have Googled it, you have read about it. Maybe your therapist or your psychologist talked to you about it. Maybe you have seen dozens and dozens of TikTok videos about it. Maybe you have seen my previous video about the father wound. So you know what the father wound is. And in essence, it's nothing more than the pain, the grief, the hurt, the anger, the loneliness, the wounds, and the unmet needs that are living inside you, in your bodily memory, in your nervous system, around your father and not being there but being abusive, aggressive, being there but being mentally or emotionally absent, being very critical, rejective towards you, your father abandoning you. All kinds of ways that your father left a wound, a gap, a hole, a longing, a yearning for something that just wasn't there, right? Him meeting your emotional needs, your physical needs, your spiritual needs, your mental needs, your financial needs, etc. Him giving you protection, providing for you, helping you to take up space in this world, helping you to go on adventures and to have courage and to overcome fears and to learn about how to stay safe and act in this world and how to create your life on the go very practically. If in any case it wasn't there because of the behavior or the absence of your father, then we could speak of a father wound. But this morning I woke up and I was like, that is very individual and family systemic, right? But this morning I was like, no, there is something deeper around the father wound that maybe all of us on this planet experience. And in my ebook, UNSHAME Yourself, I write a little bit about it in a chapter, and I call it the collective father wound, like the father wound that is there already for centuries, generations, that is present in our subconscious mind. And that every human being on this planet has experienced because of the patriarchal, capitalistic system we are living in, the very male-centered, hierarchical, authoritative or authoritarian world that we are living in. And in a way, our world has defathered ourselves. Because think about it. How many examples of true, healthy, mature, grounded masculinity do you know? How many true examples do we have of a true father, a true patriarch that is not controlling, absent, dismissive, dominant, oppressive, that doesn't want to take advantage of you, abuse you, extract from you? All the religions that we grew up in, especially in the West, that were very patriarchal, really placed like the man or the father at the center of our universe, whether this was our individual father in our family or like a father god, a paternal god in a way. And what it did to those men in the center was that it gave them power. They were on the top of the hierarchy, and with their power they could do anything they want. They could dominate, extract, oppress, hoard money, hoard wealth, hoard resources. They could profit of the unpaid labor of all the men below them and women and children. And next to that, our patriarchal societal cultural conditioning around very strict gender norms and roles, the binaries of this is what it means to be a man, this is what it means to be a woman, and everything in that conditioning that forced our men and our fathers to suppress half of who they are, their emotional world, their sensitivity, their vulnerability, their wounds, their unmet needs, to suppress all of that, to be strong, to be hard, to be cold, to protect and to provide and to never be in touch with that, to suppress everything that is soft, vulnerable, emotional, etc. inside of them. So our world has definitely defathered us. It has withheld us from a healthy masculine role model that is a protector and a provider, that can contain and hold space, that can hold you when you fall apart. The father that can fight for you, that can fight for the good, that is in touch with his emotions, his internal world, that can regulate his emotions, that can speak up, that can speak truth. And a father that doesn't want to control, oppress, dominate, or leave the moment it gets hard, or the moment his shame or fears or unworthiness wounds are being triggered. A man that is in his masculinity, in touch with his femininity, an integrated man. What Carl Jung always so beautifully describes as the integrated human being, the sovereign human being, the autonomous human being, where masculine and feminine are both allowed to be and exist and coexist and work together. A man that knows his wounds, his pains, his reactions, his trauma, his hurt, but is able to regulate it, recognize it, hold it, not project it onto women, children, his sons, his daughters. And with that, doesn't want to control and dominate and hoard and hold, but truly, truly, truly understands the dance between the man and the woman in this world. The dance between the life giver, the life bringer, the dance between the masculine and feminine, and who feels he is in surface of that. That is something, I know it exists in all of us. I know we can reach it, but our society, our patriarchal society, our capitalistic society that is forcing us to live in survival mode already from a young age, to out of shame, abandon our true selves, suppress our authentic selves, our desires, our wishes, our needs, our joy, our life force energy, and to abandon ourselves and to create an identity, to create masks and roles so that we are able to fit in and to survive and to stay safe. Our society who does that to everybody. It really stole us from this healthy masculine energy, the father that we need, the father that I need as a grown-up woman, that I can put my head on his chest and lay down and rest and relax and surrender, and not be afraid that if I am this vulnerable and if I am this soft and feminine, that I will be extracted from, that I will be punished, oppressed, controlled, captivated, dominated, abused, or worse. Our world has stripped us of those men. It has hurt our man. It has stifled our man. It has suppressed our man. Generation after generation after generation. I mean, if my grandfather was in any kind of pain but not able to hold it, regulate it, soothe it, integrate it with the feminine inside, he projected it out onto his son, my father. He hurt my father. And my father didn't learn either how to deal with that, so he repeated the same patterns. And this is on an individual level, but this is also happening collectively on a systemic level. The systems that we are living in, continuously, we are recreating the dysfunction and the destructive systems that we are living in. And the past couple of weeks, I was in Morocco. I was traveling there, and I discovered something. I discovered that they hold something there that I believe if we could free and liberate it from the constraints of patriarchal religions and shame, there is something very beautiful and spiritual about the containment of the masculine energy that I could feel there. I know on the streets and in their religion it can be beautiful and it can be oppressive and dominating and controlling, both at the same time. I won't speak for Moroccan women or men on an individual level, but what I could feel was like, wow, what if we could free that masculine containment of the patriarchal domination, hierarchy, oppression, and shame and control? How beautiful is it that I, as a woman, can experience the true energy of the masculine around me, the protection and the providing, and also the father. So I guess that is why I woke up with this father wound talk this morning, because I experienced something very, very beautiful, and I could allow it. I could allow that masculine energy, the father or whatever it is, or whatever it is, I could allow it again in my field and to contain me. Of course, this is on a more energetic layer, because in reality, this is very, very hard still. We're not there yet, but I could taste a little bit of what it meant, like that if you are this free as I am, as a woman, sovereign, having my own money, being free and liberated, financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and I can move in the world, and I where I come, I am being respected, received, and also contained and protected without the sexualization, objectification, control, domination, and expectation that comes from patriarchy or patriarchal masculinity towards the femininity. This is really, really, really what we need in this world. And I just surrendered to that, and it was so healing. It was such a healing experience. There was space for my grief. There was space to finally relax, to not fight, to not be on guard, to not protect myself, to just be a woman. And I could feel space for so many things that a woman is. And I would want that for every man to experience and to witness that with a woman, watching a woman, containing a woman, without controlling, without the structures of our heteronormative society, of our monogamous culture, of our patriarchal culture, of shame, of constraint, of so many things. But for us, for all of us to do that, we need to heal. We need to heal the father wound inside and out. We need to heal the pain that the toxic masculinity has brought to us, women and men, what our fathers endured, what our fathers experienced. They couldn't hold it, so they could only pass it on. And I was like, I wish for everybody to experience this soft, warm embrace of the father, to sink into it, to experience it, to feel liberated by it, to feel witnessed by it. For us as women, this asks of us to become very mature, sovereign, autonomous, to stand on our own 2 feet so that we can say no to toxic, destructive systems that are trying to extract labor from us, that are trying to control us, own us. We really have to say no to that toxic masculinity coming from patriarchal culture. But this asks of us to integrate, or first to heal the wounded feminine, and to heal the wounded feminine inside of us, and then to integrate a healthy masculine inside of us, and of course a healthy feminine, but I will talk about that in different videos. To really integrate a healthy masculine inside of us, to repair the relationship with the masculine. Once we do that on a larger scale, we can protect us, we feel safe, we trust ourselves, and then we can step into sovereignty and into a form of leadership relationally, mentally, emotionally, that allows us to invite men to meet us there. And then we have to raise our boys, our men, in a different way. And also, men, you have to do the work. Do the work your fathers, your grandfathers couldn't or didn't have the time or the wealth for, of course. Do the work. Find healing inside. Find liberation. Unshame yourself. As a man, go inwards. Go find the feminine inside of you. Go find everything you've suppressed. Integrate with her inside so that you don't have to get it from women, control it, take it, dominate it, oppress it. Because you think you want to have it and you don't have it and it's only in women. No, you find it inside. You find it inside and you integrate with it so you can be grounded in your masculine, healthy feminine, healthy masculine. You can be a balanced, whole, autonomous being. And I promise you, when you get into that energy, this healthy father energy, this healthy protector, provider energy without leaking, without controlling, without manipulating, without shame, without fear of rejection or fear of abandonment. You can feel abundance. You are whole. And in that wholeness, you will attract and find the most beautiful woman, feminine, females, or other men, which you prefer, in your life. You will be safe around. You will be the warrior we need, the leader we need, the protector we need, the provider we need, the father we need but never had.